Found it. Check it out.
Classy!
Hey everyone! It's Aria from the Teeny Tinies. I am a mama of two and I love what I do, which is making music and learning with each and every one of you. Today we're going to be talking all about different community helpers. And to be exact, we're going to be talking about construction workers. Did you see the big dump truck earlier on? All right, before we get started, I would love to know your name. So let's start off with a hand clap, a lap clap, lap, clap, lap, clap. Just like that, just like that. Hello, my name is Aria. I like singing with you and learning. Hello, my name is Aria. I hope you like it too. Hello, what's your name? Wow, that's a lovely name. We're gonna have a blast today. Can I get a drum roll? Yeah? All right, let's go. Drum roll. Drum roll as fast as you can. And freeze. All right, you can let it go. You did amazing. Thanks for sharing your name. You want to say hi to my friend Gratitude? All right. Gratitude, get over here. This is my good friend Gratitude, who comes along every class to remind us to think of something we're grateful for. It could be anything, like I'm grateful that I had food to eat today. Food, of course, we need nourishment. And that's my good little friend over there, Froggy. Froggy comes along sometimes. But I would like to remind you to think of something you're grateful for. It can be anything. Just take a minute to think about it. You can say it out loud, and then we can continue. Go. Awesome. Okay, so community helpers, construction workers. Sometimes you see them on the road. That's right, you see big orange pylons. Big orange pylons in the road, and sometimes you see them building the road. Yeah, we need construction workers for that. They're really important because they help us commute from one place to the other. Commute, you could be driving, or you could be riding a bike, or you could be on a train, or you could be on a bus. But we're going to be talking about construction workers. And some of those construction workers drive in a big truck that looks just like this. Do you want to know what some of them look like and what some of the gear they have to put on to remain safe? You do? Okay, hold on. I'll show you.
Science with Aria.
Sometimes you need a helmet. Actually, not sometimes. You always need a helmet. Because if anything really heavy were to drop, you want to make sure that your skull, your head, is protected. And so, you've got to wear a helmet. So there we go. Got on our helmet. And I'll show you. I'll give you an example. These are little rocks. But imagine there were big rocks that fell. Whoa! You have to make sure that you are protected and that you don't injure your skull, and so helmets are extremely important for a construction worker. You know what else you need? Doom, 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 doom. A construction belt! Check it out! Construction belt. Yes, in your construction belt, you might find some of these items. Haha. What's this called? A hammer! Yes, a hammer is used so you can get nails into different materials. Sometimes wood, you just have to make sure that you don't hit your fingers. Sometimes when you're hammering and you're holding the nail, ooh, ouch! You could really hurt your fingers. So you have to be careful when using a hammer, all right? And this portion back here, you see, take a good look. That's used to pull some of the nails out of the wood, right? I can show you, I'll grab a nail and give you a little example of what I'm talking about, okay? Just one second. Thanks for your patience. I got a nail. Check it out. Here's our nail. Now what you would do, as I was mentioning, is you take the back portion of your hammer and pretend this is stuck in a piece of wood, and you would put it like this. Grab it and pull until you're able to get it out. Whoops! And that's that. Now, I just wanted to explain there is a difference between a nail and a screw. You see the difference? One has these ridges and grooves, and the other is smooth. This is a nail, this is a screw.
Hooray!
Okay, moving along. Let's see what else is inside of the tool belt. All right, inside our construction belt, sometimes you also find, let me find something. Aha! What's this? A measuring tape. Yes, of course. Wow, you see all these numbers on the measuring tape? It's upside down. Whoop! There we go. You see all these numbers? They help us figure out, well, the construction workers determine how big something is, how wide, how high, what the width or the height is. For example, what can I use? Maybe I can measure gratitude. Let me check. Here's gratitude. Gratitude, let's see how wide gratitude is. This might be a little tough. I'm gonna go like this, all right? And take our measuring tape. We're gonna measure from here, about here, all the way to the end of gratitude's foot right here. And we're gonna see how wide. If she was this way, we would be measuring the height. Okay? But since we did it this way, we're gonna measure how wide she was. Or is. Now it was about here. Let's see what number that is. There's the number. That's the number 16. And that's 16 inches. Gratitude is 16 inches. Maybe you can ask to figure out how tall you are. You can get a measuring tape and see how tall you are. Stand up straight and measure from your toes to the top of your head and see how tall you are. Deal? Okay, cool. Now back to construction workers. They have to measure different materials they're using in order to figure out how to build different items or pieces that are needed for their final unit. So measuring tape inside of the construction belt. Let's see what else is inside. Aha, what's this? Sometimes you need oh, this one is not working. It's a flashlight. A flashlight, do you know what that is? You do? A flashlight is needed when it's dark and you want some light shone on something so that you can see it better. Now, I think this one needs a change of battery. You open it up, get inside, here's your batteries. So we'll work on changing that one later on. But normally you need a flashlight so you can see what's going on. Yeah, that's something else that's inside of the toolkit. Let's see. Oh, hold on, I've got something really cool to show you. Wait. It's a drill! Now this can't fit inside of our construction belt, or rather our tool belt, but I knew that you'd love to see it. Now, sometimes you're going to need your power drill because a hammer just won't cut it. You need something with a little bit more force, a little bit more power, and you want to get it done faster, you're going to want to use a power drill. Check it out. You see this part here? That's where the drill bits go. Drill bits, yes. This is a drill bit right here. You see them? Here, I'll open it up so you can have a closer look. These are called drill bits. Construction workers need these when they're using their drill. They look a little bit like this. They look exactly like this. Now, the only difference is each one will look a little bit different at the top there because they have to fit into different screws. Okay, simplified explanation. Put that away. We've got our drill. I'm so glad that you could check it out. And we're gonna move along and see what else is inside of our tool belt. Aha! This is called a level. If you want to make sure that something is straight and not crooked, like this, you use a level. That's what this is. You see that little bubble floating around in the middle? Back and forth, back and forth. You see it? In order to find out if your material is straight, you keep your eye on that bubble inside, and when the bubble lands in the middle of these two black lines, look closer. Right there. Then you know that's straight and it's level, hence the name level. That's inside of your construction belt. Now all the construction workers who are working, don't be too mad. I'm doing my best. Okay? There's also something called a stud finder. A stud finder is what you use along the wall, just like this. See? And it helps you find a stud. What's a stud? Something like this. It's a piece of wood that you find inside the drywall. Drywall is what makes up most of the walls in our home. If you look around and you look at the walls, it's probably made up of drywall. Drywall and a few other materials behind it, but drywall is one of the pieces that's used. And drywall, behind the drywall, there's usually something like this, which is a stud. And this tool helps us find where the studs are. See? It found it. That's why it's making that noise. And then you can drill into the stud. Okay? Now, I'm going to get this tool belt off. There's a few other things I want to show you that construction workers have to wear aside from their helmet. They've got to wear knee pads! Knee pads! That's right. Knee pads are needed for when they're kneeling on their knees for long periods of time and they want to protect them. They put on the knee pads, similar to the helmet. Knee pads. Knee pads are needed. Okay? So now that we know a little bit about helmet head. Now that we know a little bit about our construction workers, let's take a look at some of the things they build. Sound good? Okay, so I want to show you some of the things that construction workers help to build. Now, of course, there's different types of modes of transportation that are needed to move all of the material. But for right now, I'm going to show you the dump truck. Sometimes there's different materials that are broken down and moved in order to get something built. For example, they've got to move through dirt and rocks, you see, and rubble. Lots of things like this. They've got to break through it all and dump out all of the materials after driving around. They find their location and they dump. Check it out. Now some of these materials will be used to make houses. Even the house that you built, construction workers were there to help. That's right. Here's some houses here. They've also been around, like I mentioned earlier, to build the roads that we drive on. You see? Beep, beep. How important are the roads? We need the roads in our communities to get from one place to another. That's right. And so construction workers are so valuable. Even the schools that you attend. The schools are built from construction workers. They've got to do all this hard work, all this building with all of their equipment and skill to build our houses, schools, even hospitals that keep us healthy and safe. All right, now that we've learned a little bit about a construction worker, I have a question for you. What do construction workers wear on their head to protect their skull? That's right, a helmet. You got it. And what do construction workers wear on their knees to protect their knees? Knee pads. Yeah, you got it. And what are some things that construction workers help to build in our communities? Roads, schools, hospitals. That's right. So many different things that construction workers help to do. And I'm so happy that you were able to learn about another community helper. Right now we're going to sing our goodbye song, okay? All right, it's time to say goodbye. You can clap your hands, stomp your feet, snap your fingers, whatever you like as long as you're moving and grooving. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. See you later. Time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. Hope to see you again. It's goodbye, my friends. Oh, it's goodbye. We'll see you again. Bye-bye. See you later. Here's my good friend gratitude. Don't forget to think of at least one thing you are grateful for, okay? Bye-bye. Bye.